Cześć i czołem, latarką z ciemnym rozpierdolem. Witam was ponownie w kolejnym odcinku z Alana Wake'a. Dzisiaj zobaczymy sobie historię Alana sprzed 3 lat, tak jak było już zapowiedź w odcinku drugim. Ale dalej wam nie powiem, co będzie się działo, ponieważ nie dość, że sam chcę poczuć dreszczyk emocji na karku, to też chcę, żebyście wy mieli co oglądać. Zaczynajmy. I zostawcie lajka, bym widział, że wam to się naprawdę podoba. Bo chyba naprawdę wam to się podoba. Tak. Zaczynajmy. Znowu po północy. Wy tego może nie widzicie, ale ja akurat nie śpię.
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Czekajcie, tutaj sobie oczyszczę biurko, bo jest strasznie zagracone. Dobra, jesteśmy w domu Alana sprzed 3 lat. Widzimy od cholery zawieruchę za oknem, kurczę, Zeus się denerwuje. Siema.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Wezmę sobie termos. Łącz ekspres do kawy. Pokażcie nam Alana, jak wyglądał kiedyś. No, młody chłopak, troszeczkę, wtedy jeszcze był bez zarostu. O, pudło, widzę, że niedawno się wprowadziłeś. Ale śmierdzi w tym domu. Dobra, włączmy ten ekspres cholerny. Jak zwykle policja w Nowym Jorku albo gdzieś tam. Jak zwykle policja jeździ. Mam iść do Alice. Nie mogę biegać, nie mogę skakać. Mogę tylko chodzić. Dobrze.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Obejrzeć makietę okładki. To po co ona mnie zagaduje? Dobra, sprawdźmy. Zbadaj.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on
Zrobiłem już napisy. O lol. F5, stój. To jest sudden stop 1.
What they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphor.
Dobra.
This
Drugi.
was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it.
Naprawdę gościu jest trochę powalony.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Bo
I'm right here, baby.
ty się boisz ciemności.
Get the lights back on now.
Honey,
please.
it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Bo ty się boisz ciemności, no
You
właśnie.
okay?
I'm sorry.
Poświecę ci w
It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Dobra.
I know it's stupid, but it's just
Będzie ruchanie.
It gets to me.
I love you.
Kocham cię.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
To już wiemy, skąd masz takie zryte pomysły na książki.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Dzieci, nie ważcie. Dobra. Dzisiaj. Cofnęliśmy się do czasów dzisiejszych.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Źle.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Jakie on ma, kurde, cięcia na karku.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Brady is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife.
Ty, jaka wędka. Jaka ryba.
Image of a small town doctor. Sheriff Brady had called into the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Dobra, idziemy do szeryfa. Porozmawiać z Sarą, dobra. Patrzę na radarze, że to chyba tutaj. Jest.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Ponieść telefon i zostawmy sobie pieniędzy.
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Kto dzwoni?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Nie trzeba, dziękuję.
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on?
O co my tu mamy? Stara maszyna pisu? Duch mroku w restauracji.
To describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
To ja widzę też.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache.
Gdzieś po
The
lewej
man on the phone
stronie.
had said, go through the fence on the left.
Tak, dobra. Tędy się nie da przejść przecież. A, drabina, dobra, rozumiem. No to wizytor łaskawy. Poproszę.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the
Dobrze,
police
rozumiem
station.
to.
There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Aha, troszeczkę przeładowuję przy większych interakcjach. Dobra. A, to tu jest ta dziura. Skopyta. Pierdolić konsekwencje. Dobra, sprawdzamy.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Dobra, wyjdźmy z posterunku. Mam nadzieję, że psiarnia nie będzie chciała nas zatrzymać. Hop, skacz. No nie mam żadnej broni. Szkoda, bo lubię mieć broń przy sobie.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness,
Przecież to ja. Z tym chyba wnioskuję, że to chyba w tym tygodniu kiedy?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
No, wyjdźmy z posterunku.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey!
Whoa!
Take it easy.
Ale pysk jestem.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges.
Sorry.
Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Potrącił go samochód.
I had to talk
Ale
to
widać, że całe
someone.
to miasteczko
I
jest
told
jakieś
Barry
pojebane.
everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard
No,
I was
ograniczaj się
only
w przekleństwami,
suspect,
sorry.
the fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Papasi. Ty się nie patrz na tą suchą dupę, frajerze. Nie jest dla ciebie.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly,
To ona o nim mówiła na balkonie? Tak, zaraz.
Wait here.
Mam pogadać.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Seriously,
Nie
Al,
odpowiedź.
what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself.
To. Tak?
What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
Wait here.
No masz formularz, trzymaj.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Jaka fajna psina.
Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot,
Seriously,
too.
Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster.
Jedziemy. O północy do parku.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
By ci mordę urwało jeszcze raz.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These
Dobrze.
locals are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Dobrze, jak mi dasz jakąś broń, to wszystko ich powystrzelam, jak kaczki. O, termos z kawą. Dobra, zbieramy termosy. Można zejść na dół? Nie można. To wychodzimy z domku. O, światło można włączyć. A to włączę, sorry. Wolę włączyć w nocy niż wyłączyć. Mogę skupiać światło, ale... Dobra, spadaj się. Co my tu mamy? Ups. Strojam maszynopisu. Co piszą teraz? Barry podejrzewa, że
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
No jak gówno się było. No co mam się... Wydawało mi się. Mam coś w środku? Można wsiąść do... Olon.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
A. Znaczy na piechotę, Kubuś, idziesz.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Człowieku, jak mi coś tu zaraz wyskoczy, a ja nie znajdę broni. Jezu Chryste. Kurwa. Że mi jeszcze raz dokończę swoją kwestię. Spierdalaj! Ostatni raz dokończę moją kwestię. Jeżeli zaraz mi coś tu wyskoczy, na mordę, na ryj, na facjatę, a nie będę miał broni, to sam wejdę do tej gry i cię potnę, ty frajerze. Mamy tu coś? Aha, nagle pistolet mi się pojawił. Super, mam pistolet. Ogarniecie to? Nawet nie zauważyłem, że go mam. To jest jakiś samochód. O, telefon. Spierdalać. Strona maszynopisu. Co piszą teraz? Rusty umiera.
The visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped.
Jezu, człowieku, co ty piszesz? Jest jakaś mapa? Nie. Aha, i mogę sobie zmieniać pole widzenia. Dobra, na razie zostanę przy tym. Na razie urządzę inne.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Jezu, co tam się dzieje?
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Co tam się dzieje? No, dobra, zaraz ci pomogę, tylko zobaczę, co tu. Routerą z kawą. Przyda mi się. Co tu się kurwa stało? Ludzie.
Hello?
No, co jest grane?
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Przecież on zdech.
Whatever, understand what had happened.
Chcecie szybko ten odcinek mija. Nie wiem, która minuta, grzeje mnie to, ale...
Good boy.
Gdzie mam iść? Chyba wyjdę z tego pomieszczenia, zobaczę sobie, gdzie mam iść. Gdzie ja intuicją się kieruję. Staram się podświadomością to wszystko robić.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
No, wbijamy. Dzida. Gruba. Łazimy. Najpierw światło muszę włączyć, dobra. To strona z naszym napisem. Zajebiście. Co teraz?
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Jezu Chryste. Tutaj? Tak, muszę wejść. No. Amunicja jakaś jest? Mogę powiedzieć, że tak. Tak. Oh yeah, baby. O, Mirinda widzę. O,
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Jezu Chrystus, co tam się dzieje? Kurde, co to, jaki rozpierdol się tam dzieje?
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
O chuj. Kolego, nie podchodź. Cię zabiję. Też nie podchodź. Nie rozumiesz? Co się do ciebie mówi? Wszyscy? Wszyscy. Jakoś śmiesznie biega, co? Rzuca się, a nie biega. Gdzie jest Rusty?
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Ale dziura.
Please don't feed the animals.
O kurwa. Nie rób tego. Spierdalaj. Spierdalaj. Nie chcę ci zrobić krzywdy. Rusty. Znów pojebało mu się robię. Rusty. Pojebało cię? Ziomuś. Dobra, pójdźcie w dupę, kurwa, amunicję biorę. Podejdziesz do mnie? Czy będziesz tak tylko biegał? A, frajer! No, podejdź tu do mnie. Nie wierzę, że mój przyjaciel Rusty, którego niedawno, parę minut temu poznałem. Inaczej o poranku. Ha, frajer. Nie zginiesz, frajerze. O, shit. O, shit. O, shit. Dobra, nie macie. Tuż pod skórą dostałem osiągnięcie. Jej. Nie, co tak spo... Kurwa. No co? Następny jesteś do kolejki? Jezu, czysto. Garnijcie dupy, ludzie. Co ja jestem? MacGyver? Oj! Spierdolę. Pokój. Dobra, nie macie. Moja psychika na tym mocno ucierpiała. Kurwa, co tu się stało? Ja pierdolę. Co kurwa? A wiecie co? Ale do Lovers Peak udamy się już w następnym odcinku. Dzięki, że oglądaliście, stawcie łapkę w górę. To tym szybciej nagram następny odcinek. Trzymajcie się, cześć, pamiętajcie, latarka zawsze uratuje wam życie. Cześć.